Hello guys, this is a Horde of Kittens here, and right now I'm going to do the endurance racing online. So this is my first race, but I did the test drive since I did a tune on this car myself right before this race. So I wanted to make sure it worked out as well as I hope. And first turn was a mess. I know me and the guy that was in first kept making contact, and then the guy in third ended up taking my car out completely. So now it's trying to play catch up in a endurance race, which I don't really have to worry about too much since, yeah, that happens. This is the Lime Rock Falls chicane alt. Really didn't mean to hit that guy off the track. I was just not prepared for him to start braking that early. Alright, so back into the straightaway, heading towards turn 1. Go for a fairly early brake right here. And then downshift to second, just so I could power through. Those guys took each other out for me, so now I'm in second place with 19 laps to go. Not the best way I've ever taken that chicane, but I didn't wreck. Alright. So lap 2 is down now, going back to the straight. I got third place and fourth place fairly close to behind me. So I'm going to have to go for a late break in this section, which I'm going to brake right about that cone. And then power it out to get a late apex. Alright. So first place is quite a bit in front of me. Don't think I'm going to be catching him anytime soon, so I have to hope on a mistake on his part. Still have the Aston Martin hanging fairly close to behind me. Surprisingly, haven't come across any back markers yet. So I'm going to do the same thing and brake right about the cone. Go for an inside line since now I have to drive defensive. And Aston Martin's keeping up pretty good pace. Think he's gonna be passing me here shortly. I messed up the chicane and ended up slowing him down, so we have third place or fourth place back on us. Ended up getting loose in that final corner, so now everybody's having to run on me. I'll try to go back in for this cut on him. Could not quite just pull it off. Aston Martin goes wide into the tires. And I'm losing pace now onto the guy that's in second currently. Just follow the line he took since everybody's doing it this race, and I'm not very good at keeping up pace with that. Alright. Not my best turn 1 entry ever, but one of my better exits. I am gonna have to go in for a pit stop sometime in the near future, just because I'm required one and I'm really bad at conserving tires. The Aston Martin's back on my rear. I'm gonna slow down for him to go by, and then come back and take the cut on him. We make a little contact leaving the final chicane, going into the final corner. And then he has the rundown on me on this straightaway. My cone has been hit, so my braking point's a little off again. I know I have these fancy arrows on, but I really don't use them all that much for braking. It's more or less if I lose track of my braking point, I just have something else there to guide me. So I'm gonna touch the inside of that grass and end up getting loose. So I'm gonna let the Aston or Jaguar go by. Been saying that wrong this entire video. Tried to keep up with him through the chicane, but couldn't quite pull it off. I did end up hitting him wide, so now I'm gonna have to let him back in. Alright, now a Aston Martin's in the mix. Alright, so I'm having really hard time keeping up pace since I keep messing up the chicane and ended up downshifting too far into it. I think I am going to go into the pits this lap just so I can have a better chance at catching up near the end. Even though I'm not looking forward to the amount of tire damage or wear I already have for this lap, or 8 laps in. My front left was starting to get some wear and tear on it. So leaving the pits, I'm going to be coming out in 7th place. With 5th place have already taken their pits early on in the race, so I may not be able to catch back up to them as well. Had approaching traffic on me. Pretty sure that is 1st place right there. Always gets me a few turns to warm up my tires. So 1st place is driving the Aston Martin, currently parked right behind me. Ended up going wide. Don't try not to mess up their line, but still came back in right in front of them. Don't let them go through for the pass. Alright, so 1st place enters the pits. With the lead they have on me, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back around in time to catch back up to him and have a battle with him. Looks like second place is now pitting as well. Touching the inside line right before my braking zone gave my car a little bit of a slide that I was not able to control, and ended up wrecking in the chicane, so my chances of catching up to him now as they left the pits are non-existent. But I'm gonna keep pushing and trying to see if I can't catch up from mistakes. I just need to drive consistently, which I have not been doing at all these last few laps. But now that I no longer am worrying about trying to beat someone out of the pits, I think I'm going to be able to go straight for it and just focus on and try to catch up. So I really do not want to be finishing last in a endurance race, but if it does happen, nothing to be too upset about. I just kept making mistakes. Got on the power a little bit too early there, so it gave my car wheel spin, but enough where I was still able to keep the pace. So ended up taking that chicane pretty good this time around. Downshifted when I was leaving that chicane on accident. Fifth and fourth place looks like they're keeping the same pace I am, so it's gonna be a little bit of a issue trying to catch up, but if I'm lucky they will take each other out. If that doesn't happen, just don't have to hope my pace improves and I'm able to catch back up to him. Am running a clean lap this lap around, but it is a tad bit slower than my fastest lap. By a tad, I mean a couple ninths or tenths, nearly a second slower, which isn't really too bad in all honesty. Alright. As Titan Wolf is behind me again. So I know I'm in last place and I am slowing down the leader. Looks like we have had a car go off track up ahead. Looks like they took terminal damage and ended up quitting out of the race. Titan Wolf managed to get around me on the inside. I was trying to leave him room, and then I couldn't come back for the cut back on that next corner. So right now my tires are looking good from the little diagram down on the left. But they won't be if I keep doing drifting these zones. Don't slow down, let second place go through. At this point of the race, it's really pointless for me to keep just slowing down the leaders. I am falling behind quite a bit. This is not one of my good tracks. Like, this is one of the tracks I've always just started out solid on. And then as a longer race keeps going on, the chicanes I just can't concentrate enough for. So right now my lap times have slowed down 3 seconds. I'm just gonna try to power through that corner and lose control. Ended up like overcorrecting right there. I think I moved my thumb on my controller and I ended up seeing my car move, so I freaked out and moved it back to the other side and ended up just going off into the tire wall. I am nearly 11. I am 11 seconds slower this lap around. Been trying to leave him plenty of inside room so he can go for his move. He chose the wrong corner to go for it. And I've had another wreck this race. This race has not been too well for me. Alright, so I'm on lap 19, which means the leader is probably on lap 20, if not 21. So this race will be ending with a DNF on my part. I just couldn't keep pace up with them, and I just started losing my concentration really bad. Like, there's the guy I want to battle with for my next position, but he is one lap in front of me, so the leaders are pretty close to finishing their race. Since leaders are nearly 14,000, he is now 8,000 feet in front of me. and I rode that berm too much this time around to stay on track. With the way I was driving, I'm honestly surprised I am gonna be making it to lap 21, but I'm not gonna be able to finish lap 21. These last 6 or 7 laps or so, I have not been able to keep pace with my best lap times, clean or dirty. But I was able to run a clean lap at least and get that down. Unfortunately, I was not able to keep my pace up and win this race. But I am going to be ending this video here, folks. Thank you for watching. If you like the channel, leave a like button. If you dislike this video, hit the thumbs down. If you have any tips or tricks for me, you can leave them down in the comment section below. If you want to see more content from me, you can always subscribe. I have other videos up on my channel about Forza. But until next time, this was a horde of kittens, and thank you for watching.